podcast, we have SHALE Ahmed and we have ABDUL from Nowka Bais. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, thank you.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Look, I know that Nowka Bais has been going on for about 10 years now, but there are some people that probably might not know what who Nowka Bais are and what you guys do. So can you just give a little bit of insight?
Just a quick, I'll give you a bit of a quick insight. It started nearly 10 years ago in Oxford, and in 2015 we kind of brought some life back into it and brought it to the Midlands in Birmingham, and they had stopped for a year, and we've seen a gap in the market that being centrally located we could bring a very traditional kind of a Bangladeshi cultural event to the Midlands about boat racing, and we realised there's massive things within the Bangladeshi community about health benefits, and I thought there's a gap in the market because they have melas all the time in London, but there's no big massive event in Birmingham. So we thought let's go for something different, and our chief exec Johauddin decided that this is the perfect event for the Midlands and brought it 2015, and this year we're celebrating the Nowka Bais' 10th anniversary, so it's a massive event.
It sounds incredible. 10 years it's been going on. And is it right that you attract thousands and thousands of people from all over over the world, really?
Yeah, definitely. So I think last year we got 25,000 plus people all over the country. So we have teams from all over the country, from anywhere from up north, from Huddersfield, from Sheffield, all the way down south, from Bournemouth, Sunderland, Wales, all over. So, and last year we had people who visited the event come all the way from Italy. We have generations of family, like 3-4 generations of families who come and attend our event. So it's great.
What about London?
I think you know what it is. I think
do we have people? Do we have teams from London?
I've realised that you Londoners are scared to get out the M25.
Oh, come on!
So we haven't historically. We've never had a team from London.
No way!
I think we need to set a challenge for you guys.
I think so.
To come for it, try and take the title from us, because the title for the last 2 years has been won by Midlands teams, Birmingham teams.
Okay, so we're not going to have that. Come on, we need to work on that.
Go for it. It's a challenge.
Absolutely. So look, ABDUL, you are the race director, right? So you manage putting all together. Tell me about that. It sounds like a lot of work, especially if you have so many people who come and watch this.
It is actually, because there's 18 teams participating, but the show probably just for one day, but work started about 10 months ago. We've been working, the team been working, me, myself, Shelf, our chair, Johauddin, but we have 18 teams participating every year. We've got teams from like Oldham, Manchester, Sheffield, Milton Keynes, Luton. We have some local Birmingham teams as well. It is very exciting.
Yeah. Do you think people actually train for this? Or do you think they just turn up with a team?
No, I think people tell you they don't train, but they really, really train.
Right.
And we've realised some of the Birmingham teams are training now because what the event has done has given them access to, more of the waterways that we have in Birmingham, and so they could train after hours. So one of our partners who run the canals for the whole of the UK and who run and manage the canals, give them access to the boats, and you can come and train. And ultimately, we want to get more people involved in the water sports, and it's a part of our culture as well as British culture. So I think it kind of comes together.
And how many people do you need to have in a team?
16 people in a boat,
And it's been growing, right?
It's been growing.
And tell me why it's been growing.
Because it's been successful every year. Because it's been growing since it's gone to Birmingham from 2015. Each year, the audience number is growing. Like, we had 15,000 first year, second year it was like 20-something. Last year we had like almost 30,000 people. This year we're expecting at least 40,000 people coming all over from UK. As Shale said, we had people from Europe as well. So keep fingers crossed. If the weather stays nice this year, we can hit 40. We're hoping to have more than Bangla Mela.
Okay. Well, why don't we watch a small clip of you guys in action?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow, that looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much and such hard work. Yeah. But what I've noticed, everyone has got uniforms. They really put an effort
That's what
into
makes
it.
the difference from like your normal dragon boat, because it's vibrant, it's colourful. We're celebrating our culture. It's more Bangladeshi, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but it's really competitive, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Is there a lot of rivalry?
So last year in the final, the difference between the two teams, I mean, it was 1/10 of a second.
No
That's
way.
how close it
That's
was.
how competitive it is.
My
and
God.
It's really, really. So people like you seen, they dress up, they come with their
Yeah.
families, they come from all over. Some teams come the night before, and it is a kind of a date that's fixed in a lot of people's calendars now, because then people look forward to it. So as soon as the event finishes, when's the next one happening?
Yeah.
And it's here to stay. That's the
Okay.
main thing. It's here to
Let
stay.
me understand why it all started. Like, what was the purpose of doing this? I know you're saying it's our heritage and it's our culture, but was there something else behind this as well?
I think when it originally started in Oxford, it was to do about celebrating about 1,000 years of waterways in Oxford, and to kind of integrate around Bangladesh and the Commonwealth and bring some of that culture into it. One of the reasons we brought it to Birmingham is to promote our culture to the mass audience, that there's a massive, outside of London, the biggest Bangladeshi community is in the Midlands, and we grow in with a very young kind of young community, and it's for all of us to have some attachment to some of the people that don't go to Bangladesh, that this is our culture, this is what we're about, and not to lose some of that. And I think, and it's working, that we see, you see generations of families that come and seeing everything and say, look, this is how we were brought up, this is our culture, this is what we did when we were young. And to celebrate that, and to have kind of the facilities to be able to bring a part of Bangladesh to Birmingham is an awesome thing, And
I can imagine also, do you have sometimes like fathers and sons and uncles in one team?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we got so a lot of
good
a lot of
bonding as
a lot
well.
of the teams are like from certain parts of Bangladesh and villages, and they're really close connected, and they bring their dads and uncles, and everybody will come, and it's probably the one time a lot of families that ever do something together. The Nowka Bais is that previous to that they won't really go gym together or anything like that. But the Nowka Bais is something that a father and son and grandson, they can actually.
And what
do
about women? Do women do this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have a women's race last day we had a women's race as well.
Oh really? How did they do?
They did all right, So we're really conscious about engaging more women.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that we try and do, is ways of engaging more women. And so this year we've had already inquiries about 4 different women's teams, which is massive.
Wow.
Because the first year, to be honest, we struggled. But now we're very conscious about we need to engage more women, especially younger women.
Yeah.
And they're getting good, and they're practicing, they're getting involved with the canoeing beforehand. So they're starting to take steps. And I think soon they're going to challenge some of the men teams and probably beat them.
Well, that sounds incredible. Now, the other thing about this, it's not just a boat race, right?
No.
There's other things for families to do there.
Yeah.
So talk me through that.
It's a complete package for the family. We have your normal Mela stage. This year, just been confirmed, Nish will be performing there.
Yeah.
You get your traditional singers like Bangla song is Khalamia. Khalamia. We got children's fun fair. We got your stalls where we Bangladesh street food. So it's everything there for the
What
full
kind of
family.
food will there be?
Yeah, Sotfoti, Sanasur, Dashi roasty, Sherfuri Dona Bashazans. So yeah, you won't be disappointed.
The good thing.
The good things, yeah.
The good things.
God, it sounds, do you know what? It just sounds like a day filled of activities, but more importantly, it sounds like it's bringing communities together,
Definitely.
because it sounds like you're not just getting people from London, you're not just getting people from Birmingham, you're actually getting people from Europe who are coming over, which to me, it's pretty impressive.
Definitely. And I think for a lot of the people that come that don't know about Bangladeshi culture and heritage, it's the first time they've experienced it, and they love it, and they want to come back year in, year out. So we get all our local politicians involved in a boat race, and for them for the first time, because we want them to also differentiate between what's kind of Indian and what's Pakistani and what's Bangladeshi culture. And that's one of the reasons that we highlight and push the Bangladeshi culture, because we're unique, we're different, and so we want to celebrate some of these kind of things, and this is where people grasp it and take it in. And
so just so the viewers know, tell them where it is, when it is, and what they need to do to get involved.
So it's Sunday 29th of July, which is 3 weeks away from today. It's at the Edgbaston Reservoir, which is right bang in the city centre of Birmingham. Really easy to get to from the train stations and right off the motorway. We've got a website, which is thenowkabais.co.uk. We're on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram to get involved. We've still got 3 spaces available for teams. teams. So,
Oh,
so if
really?
you want to get involved,
15 teams have confirmed.
yeah.
But there were a lot of interest from other teams. But we still have 3 places.
We're saving them for the London teams.
Yeah, I think you need to ask the London viewers to
Yeah.
actually.
I say we set a challenge. I say just bring it. You know, you guys need to bring it outside the M25
Yeah.
and give us a challenge because we're coasting in
Yeah,
Birmingham.
of course. Well, listen, thank you both
Yeah.
for coming in,
Awesome.
and good luck for the 29th. And I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to watch, you know, who wins.
Yeah.
But it sounds incredible.
It's been great.
All
Thank you
right.
very
Just a
much.
quick something, yeah. A message to all the people who are watching at home is, look, come down. It'll be an event not to be missed.
Okay.
Greatest show on Bangladeshi calendar in UK.
Absolutely. Well, listen, thank you guys.